Hello everyone, and welcome to another video in my world. Hello, Happy, up there on his tentacle, what every balcony has. Right, the joke, oh gosh, right. What to transform, why do Transformers use Amazon? Because they've got Prime, Amazon Prime. Have I got the joke? Because they got, oh, Prime shipping. I was close. I mean, I think mine was better. But do you know what? That's fine. So, right. So today the plan is we're going to finally, I promise, I said this last time and it never happened. We're going to finally get Trailblazers 3 finished. Is the plan. So in the last episode, me and Callum, we got very confused. In fact, every time we built this game, we've got very confused. Like the first time we built it, oh, Happy, you look like you're resting your leg. It's like, oh, you've got 3 legs, but that usually happens, so that's not a surprising thing anymore. So yeah, basically, me and Callum, we did the floor. Oh yeah, I filled in all the campfires, so they're now all finished. Also, I finished off these buildings and stuff. So ow, I'm on fire, and I don't really want to run out because I'm just going to light all the campfires. Oh, do you know what? Do it. And as you'll notice, we did alternate between the two variants as well, just because I wanted to. Okay. But yeah, so the plan for today is Happy Chappy is going to get the roof finished, and I am sadly for some of you, gladly for others, I'm going to be getting the redstone done. And I've got to be honest. Okay, I think I'm always honest when it comes to this. It's not complicated enough, but it's also not very simple. So that probably makes no sense at all. But you know what? It's fine. It will all make sense once we get to it. So basically, there's going to be a button which I can make the button. I don't need to demonstrate talk to you about it. I can actually demonstrate you with the button itself. Have I got any? Here we go. I've got some of this polished blackstone, which I'm going to make into some polished blackstone boutons. So basically, there's going to be one there and one up there. I've decided to do them on the left, not the right, just because the old game had them on the right, and I thought, you know what, might as well make it different. So basically, this is going to be the start button, that's going to be the reset button. So at the front, there's going to be a little mini control panel, which is basically just going to contain the levers. So I think I've done this in the right spot. It looks right. Yeah, that works. And so, right, let's see what order these colours go in, because it might not seem like it necessarily matters. And to be honest, it doesn't. But it just makes doing the redstone a lot easier if they are in the right order. And then we're just going to do like a little path leading into it using the same colours. And oh yeah, I might as well dig underneath. And oh gosh, I thought I was being clever digging out my redstone room. And then look, I've not even destroyed a bunch of this. So yeah, basically we're then just going to use some of this concrete to make like a fancy little path. And then the other plan is to do the redstone like today, like just to get like enough of it showing, and then like next time I can actually like we can come back in and like do the rest. I'm not gonna lie, there's a few things which I'm not going to be able to build today. Like one of them is going to be the scoring system. Basically, there's just going to be a bunch of buttons on the roof which are just going to put an item into a hopper. Very simple. So yeah, I thought, do you know what? I won't bore you all with that just because I realised that was a bit boring. So I thought I'd do the interesting part of the redstone today. So right, basically I need to make 4 levers. So let's just go in. Where's here we go. I've got some cherry wood. Let's just go make some planks, and then just make like a bunch of sticks. I'm actually going to need a bunch of these anyway. So keeping some of this cherry wood on me would actually be quite handy. So basically, there's just going to be 4 levers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then basically whichever colour you want the person to be on, you basically pull that colour. So say if I was orange, which let's be honest, I probably will be, basically you'd pull the orange lever if you wanted me to be on, or you'd pull light blue if you wanted light blue to be on. Basically, whatever colour you pull is whoever you want to be on. And the reason why we've done it like that is because whoever is the person who's on fire, they're going to have a very slight disadvantage when it comes to the start. Basically, they're going to start at a later time to everyone else. Just because some of the booths are right next to each other, and if you were right next to someone who was on fire, you would immediately be getting burned, which isn't very fair. So basically, the way of how it's going to work is there's just going to be whoever's on fire. They're basically just going to start. Like, it won't be too long after. It'd just be like a few seconds or something. So, but I just thought that was the fairest way to do it. And I need some pistons. I always forget something whenever like I go to go build. I always have everything on me apart from one thing, which is never very handy. Let me go and put away some of these birch leaves. And then let me have a go. Here we go. So we got some of these stick pistons. I will need these blocks of redstone. I will also need some. Have I got any? I don't. Of course I don't. I'll tell you what. Let me bring some stone then, so I can actually make the repeaters. So basically, the way of how it's going to work is the start button is going to be linked up to a bunch of different things. So basically, it's going to be linked up to a pretty simple randomizer, which I'm going to build now once I grab the hoppers, which once again I forgot. And so basically, the way of how it's going to work is whoever is on fire, they're going to start like a little bit after everyone else. And the way of how that's going to work is it's just going to block off that side for a few seconds and then reopen it. It's the way of how it's going to work. So have I packed any hoppers? Is the big question. I haven't, which shocks no one because I always forget something. Oh crap! I've just made 15 anvils by mistake. Do you know, that's like one of my least favourite things on Bedrock is when you accidentally craft a whole load of things. Like, I didn't even mean to make like a bunch of these hoppers, but you know what? I've done it now, so so that's just fine. So, right, let's just go underneath. I'm going to quickly show you how this is going to work. I might have to go and give myself some more iron because iron anvils were a little bit annoying because not only do you waste the actual like iron, you also waste the blocks which you need to make the iron. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. This is my old design. What am I doing? This is why I didn't pack any hoppers. I've literally just this second realised everything I build in is pointless. So basically, the reason why I did it this is because originally the game was going to work a little bit different. Basically, it was going to be like at random which person would get chosen, and then basically like it would randomly select someone. I realised that was just a really bad idea. Basically, because like whoever because it's hard to tell like what other people are doing in their room because you can't see them very well. It was hard to know if you were actually the person who was on fire or not. And also, like, if you were, like, you need to remember to set yourself on fire and stuff. It was just a little bit too confusing. So I decided that, you know what? We'll just simplify this. So, firstly, I need to mark where the doors are. I'm not too sure where these are. But what I think I'm going to do for now is let's just go. Let's just try and get the orange side finished. Okay, let's not worry about the other three sides for today. Let's just get orange finished, and then that way, then at least this side is ready. So basically, I need to just do like some redstone torch towers, which are just going to go up to the top. So let me just make. Oh, my inventory's clogged. Let me get rid of. Let me get rid of. I don't think I'm going to need the black stone anymore or the stone. Let's make some redstone torches quickly. So if I just grab some stickles and then I can make some of these. Here we go. So right, let me just try and get these. So basically, this is going to go like this, and then these are then just going to come the whole way down. So I need to make sure that these are set to be turned off by default, and I think that might be it. So now, first thing I need to write, this is the orange lever here. I might actually be able to do this going one further down. So I'll tell you what, let's just put any block behind. I might as well do this 4-4. I know I said I was just going to focus on getting one side done, and I will. It's just it's way easier if like you're doing smaller things just to get them all done. So I'm going to have to do like the other ones anyway. So I might as well just like quickly just get these done. So basically, if this one has been pulled, it will go and it will activate a piston. So let me just very quickly do the piston. I also need to do something else that you are going to find out in a second. Literally a second, because I'm about to do it. So basically, we're just going to do like one of these. I use these things a lot, and I'm sure that they've got a technical name, but like these things are really handy because it basically allows you to keep something open and then shut it off whenever you're ready. So basically, this trail is going to go up like that, and then is then going to come across. But if there is a piston of that colour which has been pushed, so for example, if the orange one has been pushed, basically it's going to stop that side from being able to work. So let's just go and let's just grab some of this dust. It doesn't matter, by the way, with this if there's a delay or if there's like like anything like that. It's just going to be like pretty simple. So that basically will block that off, and then we need to find where the start button is. I think it might be. Let me just go back up and I can have a very quick check. I think it's about, yeah, here it is. So basically, let's just dig this going down. Let's see if I can drop the place piston. Oh my god, I did it! That like never happens. So right, let's put the block there. Do the piston could go there. So basically, if this is being extended, basically this will do a very short timer. Honestly, it's not going to take very long. Basically, where it's going to go through and it's going to activate all of these. So basically, going down here, there's just going to be like a big row of redstone, which is going to like circle through both sides. Let me just break this crafting table. So basically, like this is just going to go like this, and then this one then needs to come across. So basically, if I just do let's just do like a little jumpy jump bridge thing. Actually, let's do it about there. So if this goes up, that will then link to that, and then this is then what's going to then send the signal. So I guess I should probably do a very short delay, just in case there is like the off chance that that this isn't working. So there we go. So then that goes, and then if the lever hasn't been pulled, it will then open the door for a very split second. But if it has been set off, that basically is going to turn it off. So let's just. Oh, I fell straight down that hole. That was not very smart at all. Let me just come back up and let me just. Oh yeah, there's going to be some coloured bits as well around the sides here, just to kind of cover up some of that redstone. So basically, like if I press this. Oh wait, I need to make the doors. That would be very handy. Let me just go. I'll just make like enough for all four sides. Like I will probably need like a few more a little bit later on, but let's just get enough so that basically like I can do all four of them. So I think 9 should be fine. Yeah, because there's going to be 2 on every side. It means I'll have like 1 door left over, which hey isn't amazing, but you know what? It's fine. So let's just go and let's just shove all these doors down. You can see Happy's doing the roof, and the roof is the same pattern that you might have seen when we did the floor. Basically, like we did like the same pattern. Basically, just to just try and cover it up. So then this is going to go like this, and then like as I said, I won't have time to do the reset lever today. But basically, inside of like this arena, there's just going to be like a whole load of dispensers in the roof, and they're basically like when you press the button, that's then going to set off the that part as well. Let me just go and let me just test this. So if I press, there should be a very short delay, and then after a while, these doors should open. Or not. So let me go and have a look. Why? It might be that like I've just forgotten to link something up, which I think it is. Or it might actually be that this just can't reach. That's actually a possible solution. So let's just go and let's just put that there. Yeah, that looks fine. So let's just go and press that again. So if I press this, hopefully this is going to work. Is it? Oh, that's because I put the repeater down. That wasn't actually because. Oh, there we go. So you can see this door is now opened. It will stay open because of the way that the redstone is, but will only turn off when you press the reset button. And that is super, super simple redstone. Like things like that I can do like over and over and over again. The only tricky thing is what would happen if, like, say, you're the person that's on fire. So basically what would happen is we're going to do a trail of repeaters, and I haven't got. I'm just going to go give myself some repeaters, just because they're quite expensive to craft and a little bit annoying. So there we go. So I want to make sure I've got enough room for the blue side, which I think is there. And so basically, like, let's just do like there's basically just going to be like a longer trail of repeaters, and then basically like this is then just going to set off after a little while. It's honestly it's going to be nothing. It basically just gives whoever is on fire a little bit more of a disadvantage, just so it's not like too easy to get people like killed. Which is ultimately the thing that matters the most. So let's just put this here. So basically, say if I'm the person that's on fire, and say if this block is not going to cross, basically I need a way for this to be able to get set off. And the way of how I'm going to do that is by just basically just adding a bit of a delay. So basically this then goes across, it then is going to send a signal to there, and then basically that will then permanently keep those open. But I do actually need to add, I've just realised, another one of the, oh, do I have one? Oh, I might be able to make one. If I, let's just get a bunch of this cobblestone. Did I pick up my crafting table? I did. So let's just make I just need to make 2 more pistons, just because, oh, there we go, 2, perfect. Just because I need these for what I'm about to do. So basically, these will then just go across, and then it will then do the same on this side for the other 2 sides over there. So that is pretty much everything done, honestly. Like, in terms of, like, that part of the redstone, it is super, super easy. Let me just quickly show you how it would work if I was the person on fire. So say I'm on fire. You can see my piston has been pushed out, which means that the signal will no longer reach the piston. And the reason why you do that is because if I go back upstairs and if I press the start button, basically instead of going straight to the block, it now goes through that trail and then pulls this and resets it. I might make it a little bit longer. I'm just thinking like how much of an advantage do I want them to have? But you can see that's now open the door no matter what. And then just like the what we did at the start, well, what we're going to do for the reset lever, we're just going to do the same with this piston and basically just do so that one always gets reset as well. And that's everything I wanted to do down here. Like, obviously the redstone isn't finished. I've still got 3 other like sides to do, but I just kind of just wanted to get one done, just so you get an idea, because you know, like I thought it would be a bit boring if I'm there just like building the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm hoping that that makes some sense in terms of like what we're doing, and if it doesn't, like don't worry about it. Honestly, like just kind of just watch, and then that will probably make a lot more sense to me actually. Yeah, than me actually explaining it. Where are my ladders? Here they are. I made some ladders to go up the other side here. So let's just kind of just do this. You can say, oh yes, that is right. Sorry, Happy. I thought you were doing it wrong then, but you're not. You're doing it right. Don't worry about it. So these ones are just going to go like stars, like this, just to kind of make the middle, and then we're just then going to fill in the middle with the concrete of that color. Okay. Oh, so all of this is just going to be filled in with whatever color that side is. So this is just all cyan, for example. Yeah, as I said, the game is bigger than what it is in my design. So this does work, I promise. It's basically the way of how I remember it. This is probably the easiest way for you to as well. Is whichever basically around all of the buildings, it is basically just black concrete, and then the colours just go in the middle. Is the easiest way to remember it. That's how I did it in my design. So this side, we're then just going to fill in with all cyan, just because this is the cyan side. Still 50-50 about whether to change either one of the blues, because, because, yeah, I am a bit worried that if you're on blue and cyan, it might get a bit confusing about, like, which side is which. So I have considered switching one of the colours round to a different colour, but at the moment, you think change. Okay, I will come up with whatever color. I could just use the fill command. I'll come up with a different color, basically, to replace. Well, see, I want it to match campfires, so I'll have to have a look at a campfire and see what color the campfires are. Just because, like, well, like that was the reason why I chose these colors originally. Was just because they were like the colors of soul and normal campfires. So yeah, I'll have to have a place on a campfire and see what color matches. I think this works out quite nicely. So this one then just going to fill in all with orange, and then these ones are then just going to be probably not brown, just because it's a bit of a dull color. I'll have a look as to what color side is going to be. But yeah, I realised I mentioned this earlier, and I didn't go into detail. Basically, like the game's bigger. So I don't know if I explained this last time, but basically I found this plot of land, and I thought it was the perfect spot. And to be honest, it was the perfect spot because it fit in perfectly, but 3 blocks either side. And I built it the wrong way round, and I thought it did fit in perfectly. And then when it didn't, it annoyed me that there was 3 blocks on either side. So I intentionally made the game bigger, so it's a little bit wider on the sides. And then I also made the front sides also one bigger on either side, just so then it's just the same. So it will actually make it a little bit more easier for the people who are not on fire, because one of my worries was that there would be a very strong tactic of just simply circling all of the point zones. Was my worry, because the game is a little bit different to how it was when I originally planned to do. Basically, originally you were going to start on half a heart, and then the challenge was to score and not die. Because of that, basically I've decided that yeah, just to make the game a little bit bigger, and also yeah, so you're just going to start on full hearts, but then basically you're just not going to be allowed to eat, is the way that's going to be. Anyway, let me show you how this part. Are all of these looking the same? I think they are. I think it's just me just being a bit paranoid. So these parts are. Oh no, they're not. These need to go out one further, like that. Oh, this looks wrong. Oh, that's because these need to be black. Okay. So basically, let me kind of explain how these coloured parts are going to work, just because they are slightly different. So basically, we're just going to do the. Oh, where's the middle? Oh, it's because I haven't done those ones. That's why I was getting confused. So let's just put the concrete down. So basically, the way of how these colours are going to work is basically it's whatever colour is in that corner. So, oh, I fell in. Right, I'm just going to quickly TP Tappy just because I fell. So basically, whatever colour is in that corner is basically just going to be. So, for example, in that corner, facing that way, we have orange. In that corner, we have cyan. In this one, we have yellow. And then this one is actually going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be light blue. You might be thinking, wait, it's going to be light blue, isn't it? It's not. Because if you can't remember, or if you just didn't watch the last video, which is fair enough, basically, The corners are actually going to be worth double points if you press your own colour. So, for example, if I was orange, and if I went to the orange corner and pressed my button, basically I would get double points for that. Basically, because it just adds a little bit more strategy. Was the simple reason. So basically, we're just going to do one there for this light blue. So basically, I know it might look a bit confusing to people, but all I'll say is if the lamp is got a button on and it's in your color corner, that's the button that you need to press to get double points. Is the simple way. And then we're just going to do the same in all of these. So, for example, this one in this corner is going to be the lamp because this is yellow, and then we've got light blue there, cyan there, and orange there. And then, oh, these ones need to be changed, which will take no time at all to do. So these ones are just going to work a little bit differently. And then I kind of just want to like run in and just kind of show you all what the game actually looks like. Because it actually, I've got to be honest, and I know like I designed this so I am a little bit biased, but I actually think it looked quite cool, to be honest, in terms of the ultimate design and shape that it came up with. I actually think that what we made looked quite cool overall. So let's just put these just going like that, and then once again these are just going to be the same. But yeah, and then this corner is going to be orange. So yeah, this is how the roof's going to be. Do you think it looks cool? I think it looks quite cool, and you're not going to see it at all unless you're on the inside. Just because of the fact that we're going to cover this up with a whole load of redstone, and we're going to put a roof on, but the roof is going to be basically the same pattern. But yeah, let me show you the inside. So this is what the inside. I love it with the ray tracing, the blah, 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 the sorry the color that fills the room really. Do you know what? It is actually quite nice having these four colors together. But I think I'll experiment with different colors and see what color I don't know which one I'm going to change, if I'm going to change cyan or light blue, but whichever one I do change to, if I decide to eventually, that will be what I'll do. But yeah, that is pretty much everything. So the game is 90, let's say 99.999% finished. Okay, all I need to do is I'm going to add some lanterns on the inside to light the game. I'm going to do the water buckets I'm going to dispense to put out the campfires. There's going to be a bit of fire here just to light you on fire. Also, I'll get all the other sides done as well. So it's not actually 99.9, it's more like 93, I'd say, percent finish. So that is pretty much everything. But no matter what, the wait will no longer be waiting because we will have a Trailblazer 2 tournament. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. Like, I feel like this is going to be one of the games which we'll be experimenting a lot in the tournament. But yeah, we will. Well, I will drag 3 other helpless individuals on, and we will do a Trailblazers tournament. So, if you want to see that, come back next time. Thank you, happy for your assistance. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all at some point.